Hello, I'm Kirk Penton, joined by Ted Wyman. We just watched the Winnipeg Blue Bombers throttle the Montreal Alouettes 36-13 in the preseason opener for both teams. It's the preseason. We're trying to work it all out, even my mouth. But what did you take away from this game, Mr. Wyman?
Well, first of all, it was a preseason game. The starters only played the first quarter.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty interesting that Andrew Harris got such a big cheer from the crowd when he first touched the ball. You can tell he's going to be a fan favorite. He seemed to really be fired up by it, and then as soon as he got the ball in his hands on a reception, a short pass from Drew Willie, he ran it in for a touchdown, which was called back, but it's the preseason anily, so who cares? It was still a really good play. Yeah. I thought Dominique Davis had an excellent game for the Bombers at quarterback, both with his, mostly with his feet, but he also moved the ball, throwing it as well. And Brian Bennett had a nice pass for a touchdown to Fred Williams. So, and Tim Flanders, the running back, I thought had an excellent game. Truth is, as you're going to speak to right now, a lot of those guys aren't going to be here for the regular season. But
that's the thing. I mean, I think the result of the game doesn't matter, and the Alouettes, of course, were playing people that aren't going to play in the CFL this year. But it shows that I think the Bombers have maybe added a little more talent. Like this team used to get absolutely throttled itself in preseason games. Like they lost one 52-0 a couple of years ago, right? Yeah. That kind of showed just how bad this team was. So this, even though it's a preseason game featuring a bunch of players who probably aren't going to play, it shows that there's a little something there. For me, Thomas Mayo, the Y receiver, the slot position closest to the offensive line on the wide side of the field, he really made the most of his night. He had 3 balls thrown his way, caught all 3 of them. One was called back due to a penalty, but the third one was a beauty over the middle, set up the first touchdown for the Bombers. He made a great case for himself. I don't know how long Jace Davis is going to be out of the lineup. He's the guy who had the job for the first part of camp, but that's one guy, Thomas Mayo, who really helped himself a lot tonight. That's one thing that is going to stick out for me in this game.
And of concern, of course, offensive lineman Jeff Keeping, Canadian an important player on that offensive line, the sixth offensive lineman, and he did go off with an injury. I think Jamarcus Hardrick fell on his leg, and it didn't look great. He did walk off, but he was limping noticeably. Yeah. And Mike O'Shea said there's no way he's playing on Monday night, and he's going to be reevaluated on Friday, or on Thursday. So it's definitely going to be a concern there if anything happens with, especially a non-import offensive lineman.
Because they do have only 6 of them. 3 of them are starting, and the other 2, aside from Keeping, are both draft picks from this year, who are both pretty green. So that is going to be a situation to watch. That could end up being one of the most key moments of this game for the Bombers long term. Like they are almost at the point now where they have to go find another offensive lineman. We're speculating here about how long Keeping's going to be out. His leg did bend the wrong way, basically. So you're thinking the worst, but we shouldn't. But if he is out long term, the Bombers might have to make some moves there, and who knows, maybe end up going to 3 imports on the O-line, which we talked about over a month ago going into the draft. Yeah. Because they hardly have any Canadians under contract.
But what they do have is flexibility with the ratio, thanks to guys like Andrew Harris in the lineup, and that's going to make a difference. So they're in better shape than they have been before. Yeah. And this doesn't mean a ton because it's just an exhibition game, but seemed to be a positive sign.
Yeah, that's the takeaway from this game for sure. So for Ted Wyman, I'm Kirk Penton. Thanks for watching.